Hello everyone, welcome to After Duty Vets, where we discuss what life is like after the military. Today I'd like to talk about how to communicate properly. Veterans can be hardcore in their communication. They have a rough style on how they communicate. They show less emotion in their communication because communicating emotionally causes you to react emotionally. So many veterans, when they communicate, they're a matter of fact, they're factual, they just say things the way they are. Because if you put emotion into your communication, people tend to react emotionally. A lot of civilians don't understand the veterans' communication style because of the lack of emotion. We are a matter of fact a lot of times in our communication because we're taught to take the emotion out of it. We've heard so many times to just shut up and color. That might work in the military, but it's not helpful in the civilian community. I just want to tell people sometimes, just shut up and do what you're supposed to do. Just shut up. But you can't get away with that out here. What you need to do is realize your goal is to get your needs met. Your goal is to get what you want. And by communicating properly, you can get what you want. It is so important to actively listen and hear what others are saying. That is so important. Also understanding that you heard the person communicating to you. Make sure you heard them right. Make sure you understood what they say. Make sure you took what they said the way they meant it. It's okay to say, how did you take that? Or it's okay to say, this is what I heard you say. Is that the way you meant it? Especially if you get pissed off by what they said. Because a lot of times, the person communicating, it comes out wrong. It doesn't come out the way that you intended it. Sometimes you just need to listen. One of the styles of communication that we see, and it's rare, and we need to understand it more and to think about it a little bit more, is the way that Native Americans communicate. Native Americans, they have a saying, what you say deserves their thought. That's why they pause in between talking. You'll ask them a question and they won't have a response for a few seconds. They'll run it through their head and then come back and answer you. This isn't true with all Native Americans, but it's just throughout history. That's why they appear to talk slower. They're not dumb, they're smart as hell because they think about what's being said. And a lot of times when you don't think about what's said and you struggle with that, people start ramping up. And what happens is when you ramp things up, one person elevates, then another person elevates, and another person elevates, and another person elevates. And then the next thing you know, you're both screaming at each other because no one is listening or hearing what is being said. It's so important to learn to communicate properly. And in the military, we're not necessarily taught to communicate properly, so we need to relearn that part of our lives when we get out. So I hope that helped you get the life that you deserve. And until next video, see you later. Disclaimer, I'm a licensed mental health therapist in California. If you're searching for mental health help, please reach out to someone in your state. If you are within California, you can reach me at the email below. And if you're interested in coaching anywhere in the United States, you can reach out below also. These videos are for educational purposes only, and if you're thinking about suicide, please reach out and call 911.